Yo, yo, what's good with it? It's your boy T-Dub was blazing the sports. The at work lunch edition. Let's get it. Alright guys, man, before I went to lunch, I'm like, what can we touch on? Manny Pacquiao, who laughed at Floyd Mayweather, is now doing some type of deal with Rizin. Footage leaked by, I don't know if it's Miller or whoever leaked it, of Big Baby Miller doing some kickboxing sparring, and there's videos about it, talking about how he's getting his butt kicked and all this. I'm going to touch on it. And why is this not working? And then Clarissa Shields. And guys, you know what? Even besides that, because we have another fight coming up this weekend as well, Lomachenko. And guys, I'm trying to get this. No internet. Okay, I get it. But let's talk about it. Manny Pacquiao. Well, definitely signed a deal with Rizin. We don't even know what it really includes. I guess first thoughts would be like, you know, how are you going to make fun of Floyd Mayweather and then you go and jump on the same boat that you were laughing at Floyd for being on? But we don't know the details. Now, what we do know is that Manny Pacquiao has started his own promotional company. So we don't know if he inked a deal for him to participate, or did he ink a deal to do a co-promotion. And just by having Manny Pacquiao over there, maybe, just possibly, maybe, they can try to get more subscriptions or buys. But looks like Rizin is definitely targeting the fighters, at least the older fighters with the name. I can't even say older fighters because didn't Floyd say Gervonta Tank Davis was supposed to be fighting Tenshin Nasukawa? I haven't heard no more about it, but I haven't heard anything about Tank Davis' next real fight. And I believe that's supposed to be either the end of this month or next month. Could be wrong, guys. Remember, you can always comment below and let me know exactly what you're thinking. But if Manny Pacquiao does fight over there, gosh, man, he's going to get a lot of shit. But in some ways, I can probably understand it. Let's say, assume, I have no idea what he made versus Broner. I have no idea. But let's assume he made, I'm guessing, guesstimation, $15 million, right? $15 million against a boxer for 12 rounds. And then what if Rizin trying to pay his ass, almost like they did Floyd Mayweather, anywhere between $7 and $9 million for 3 exhibition rounds. You know, against an opponent of their choosing. That's interesting, though. But I'm not going to speculate too much. That is something that's still developing. We know for sure that Manny Pacquiao has signed with them in some kind of way. They made sure to have photos of him signing and shaking hands. Now let's get to Big Baby Miller. Footage put out, and I kind of looked for it. But before I saw the actual footage by itself, I saw other YouTubers doing videos talking about, oh, he's getting beat up. Oh, man, he's getting worked. Oh, you think he can beat Josh for doing this? Like, what the fuck, man? It's not even real sparring. It's kickboxing. But I will say this. It's just me personally. One, I cannot tell another man how to prepare for that person to fight. I can't. Unless I am your head trainer, I can't. Whatever you do. But to be honest, I don't understand how kickboxing is going to help with boxing. I don't get it. Do I think he got beat up in the sparring? No. Absolutely he did not. He was just slipping and trying to work on catching shots. Never really returned any hard fire. Now, I believe he probably told his opponents, or his sparring partners, Big Baby Miller probably told him, like, listen, you go as hard as you need to go. Don't worry about what I do. Because he was going against small opponents, which means he's probably trying to get used to speed. And would that help him versus Joshua? I don't think so. I'm being honest. I don't think the kickboxing training is going to help at all. Me personally, I would say abandon that shit. Get back to sparring heavyweights. Stick with only boxing. This is your biggest shot of your life in boxing. Up until this point, this is your biggest shot. I don't believe being square, being along a cage, and letting people throw punches at you is going to get you ready for Joshua. Even if you think it's good conditioning, a good workout, I don't believe that kickboxing for Miller, sparring or training, is going to help him at all. Because that's not what he's going to see fight night. Why waste energy on something that's not going to benefit you? That's just my thoughts on it. And this is me speaking on Big Baby Miller versus Joshua, with Miller's kickboxing footage leaked or just put out there. I have no idea. Someone told me in my chat maybe a couple of days ago about the footage. I don't remember who it was, but shout out to you. Joshua should focus on boxing, man. Let me try to get this other phone up and running. I'm going to do some talking, but I don't get why it just cut out. Let's do this. Yeah, man. Miller needs to work on dealing with somebody tall who got really good power, a good jab, and a counter uppercut. And Joshua likes to throw his uppercut in between your shots. This kickboxing, I don't know why Miller's wasting time with the kickboxing. I'm being honest. I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know. To me, it just can't make you more prepared. Some people might say, but he got more weapons coming at him. If he gets used to all the weapons coming at him, that means he'll do better at boxing because he only had 2 weapons coming at him. Again, that makes no sense. Because MMA fighters have 1,000 weapons coming at them. When Conor McGregor came over to boxing, he only had to worry about 2 hands, and that was too many. Ronald Franklin in the building, what it do? Oh, my boy Ronald. Man, I got to get a better app to catch this a lot sooner. My boy Ron Franklin came in through 5 logs on the fire to keep the blaze going. This week, T-Dub, I can't wait, bros. Salute New Media Boxing Talk. Yeah, man. This is the week, man. And I'm not sure when you came in. I touched on Manny Pacquiao. Just touched on Miller doing sparring on kickboxing. A lot of videos about the Miller kickboxing. Oh, he looked bad. Oh, that's not going to work against Joshua. Oh, he's getting beat up. No, I don't think Joshua got beat up in kickboxing sparring. No. I think they were going, basically some light touch sparring at that. But I do believe he don't need to do it. He needs to cut the kickboxing out. Don't worry about kicks, bro. Don't do it. Now, somebody said he's doing football drills. Okay, I like that. I actually like that. Football drills get his feet moving. You know what I'm saying? You can use that footwork. And if honestly, I'll be working on like defensive back drills, or wide receiver drills. Things that those skill positions that have to move their feet quick. Boom, 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 boom. That would help him. Because that, especially if he can do like the wide receiver drills, learning how to cut real quick, do those drills, and not only do those drills, but modify it and add some slipping with your head while you cutting distance or cutting in, that'll help. Football drills, quick feet, slipping inside, give Joshua that work, overhand right, Joshua days, he's along the ropes, Joshua trying to stop Miller, Miller going butt shit crazy on him. That shit might work. Kickboxing? Nah, man. Crane kicks? Fuck no. Does Miller stand a chance? He does. He does. But he needs to be focused. Miller needs to be 100% focused. Anything less, Joshua's going to talk about him at the interview. I told him he was just another stepping stone. People are going to say that, oh, we really wanted to see this fight anyway. Miller was a bum. Miller should think about everything that's going to be said about him after the fight to make him train harder, to not make that reality. He stands a chance. He's not favored. It's not 50-50. But he stands a chance. But this kickboxing, nah, man. You know what? Hopefully, I am hoping that is not real footage from him training now. I'm hoping that whoever leaked that kickboxing footage, that's some footage that was done like a year ago. And they just now leaking it. Ron Franklin back in the building says, fundamentals along with controlling AJ pace is keys to Big Baby Miller victory. I still got AJ, of course, yes. Yes, Ron, I think me and you are kind of in line on this. I think you think Joshua, like remember, it's not, a lot of times when we make predictions, obviously we might want one person to win, but you go off of, okay, who has this guy face? What does this guy bring to the table? And style makes fights. You have to consider all those things. And when I consider those things, I favor Joshua to win. And I'm not knocking Miller by saying that. I'm just saying, listen, stylistically, competition these guys face, what we have seen visually, Joshua's a little bit better, and a little bit stronger, and a little bit taller. They said Miller has a high work rate. He will need it. Throws a lot of punches. He will need it, but he needs to watch out. See, when you throw more punches, that's when you are subjected to your counterpunch. You are more vulnerable to get hit when you're throwing. And if you're just letting your hands fly, that's when you can get caught. If you're just letting your hands fly, that's when you can get hurt, because you get hit with something you never even saw coming. Now, yo, hi, Nathan in the building. The big baby dead lives about, what is that? Let me see if I can make it out. 6 to 7 plates each side. Bro, that's beast mode, man. Strong as an ox. I got Joshua. Stylistically, you know what, man? But listen, being strong as an ox by lifting weight, that does not transition to punching power. I'm going to give you a personal example, right? The gym that I'm at now, it used to be run by a police officer. And every year for Golden Gloves, not Golden Glove, but Guns and Hoses, we get some police officers come there and want to get training, and also some firemen. They come there and they want to train. And I remember sparring this fireman. Listen, guys, I'm not tall. 5'11". roughly around 185, 190, somewhere in that area. Walk around weight. Walk around. And I sparred a 6'4", 275-pound fireman that is built like fucking Juggernaut, but maybe more cut. Bench press, crazy. Squat, insane. But I shit you not, I sparred him. At that time, I think I was getting ready for a fight. I probably was maybe around 178 pounds. And it was another dude named Scotty. Scotty was only at 160 pounds, trying to get to 154. And Coach wanted us to work with him. Coach said, he said, T, what round are you not going to let him touch you in? I'm like, he ain't going to touch me in the first round. I go out there, right? And I didn't let him touch me, right? I just beat him up pretty. I had speed and I got power. I just hit him with a lot of speed, a lot of movement. And 6'4", 275, and all muscles. He didn't hit me, but every time I hit him with the right hand, and I probably hit him about 80% of it, about good 80. He was like, wow, wow, like it's the hardest shit he'd been hit with in his life. Now, to make him look bad, Scotty, which is a white dude, about my height, about 5'11", but he had 154 pounds. Scotty put his damn hands down and let this 275-pound man, pure fucking muscle fireman that competes in weightlifting competitions, punch him flush in his face several times, egging him on. Come on, that's all you got? And then repeat it to punish the bigger man and have him cower down. So with that being said, lifting that type of weight doesn't transition to punch power. To be honest, you shouldn't even do it, because you're only building more muscles that's going to demand more oxygen, that's going to cause more fatigue, and it's going to make you more slower. So when you build bulky muscles, right? Like you guys go to the gym sometimes, and if you ain't been to the gym in a while, have you seen them big guys with the cutoff shirts and they walk around like their arms can't touch the goddamn side, like, I'm big, I'm bad, look at me. Bro, a lot of them guys can't fight. They just want to grab you. They're slow as shit. If you go past a minute, they're going to be tired. And they can't swing right. If they cannot put their goddamn arms down to their side, how the hell can they throw a straight effective punch? They only want to grab you. And if they grab you, then they try to, I'm going to squeeze you. No. You know. My boy Ron Finkley says, there's a huge weight difference. Oh, man, it was, man. It was. You know, big boy. Now, I'm going to show you what boxing training does, right? So there's a police officer, different guy, but he's built similar, but not quite as tall. He about maybe 6'1", and he's about maybe 255. And he's an officer, and he's built like that as well. But he's been training for a year now, under my boy Jose, and every now and then I go and work with him. And he went from not being able to punch, being very sluggish. I'm not gonna lie, man. I won't even spar this dude now. Does he got skills like I got? No, he doesn't. But the fact that we taught him how to throw his punches correctly, and he's actually punching hard, like he sparred my boy Jose. Jose's good. Jose probably 215 pounds, and Jose was in there working with him. You know, they got headgear on. And of course Jose is more skilled, and you know, Jose probably going about 50%, and the police officer going 100%, but because Jose got more skills, then the guy can't land a clean shot. And then Jose must have leaned his head in there, and the police officer hit his ass with a right hook. Now, this police officer is a southpaw. So the right hook is like a left hook coming from an orthodox fighter. And he turned into it. And when he hit Jose with that punch, Jose told me that shit rung his bell. He was like, holy shit. But a year ago, this guy didn't know how to punch. He didn't know how to punch. But now, because he's training, he does. And he stopped lifting weights. He only lifts like weights just to more tone. He doesn't go heavy weights anymore. But let's go back to the chat. You know what, guys? I was trying to... I bought another phone today, but it's not connecting. Because I was hoping to be able to talk on one phone and then view the chat on another one. But unfortunately, it's not working out for your boy. So I got to go back and forth. But guys, listen, let's talk about this fight, man. You see it on the screen. You see it. Claressa Shields versus Christina Hammer. Guys, you know what I'm going to do? Listen, as long as I can, I'm going to try to go live at 1:30 Central, which is the same time as 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and it's the same time at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to try to do it Monday through Friday. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try to use a different phone to do what I'm doing now, but I also have a phone to where you guys can still call in live. So, no, it won't be me in front of the camera, but I'll still be able to take the phone call. So, I'm telling you, man, listen, bro. I am determined to take what's blazing up there, man. I'm determined. YouTube don't always give me a lot of views. They don't send out a lot of notifications. And a lot of times I don't get a lot of real support. But I keep grinding, man. I appreciate everything. But let's talk about Claressa Shields. As you've seen, guys, I put the Captain America shield on Claressa versus Christina Hammer. Now, we saw in the movie, right? Even though that's not the movie. In the movie, Thor swung that hammer hard as he could against Captain America's shield. When he hit the shield, Cap pretty much stood there. There was like a sonic boom type of explosion. It knocked Thor all the way back. And when Thor got up and Captain America stood up from his shield guard, he was like, are we done yet? You know, like, the hammer didn't crack the shield. The hammer didn't crack the shield. But this is not the Avengers. This is not a script that is written with an end that's already determined. No. This right here is a great fight this weekend. There's no men involved. A big fight this weekend with no balls included. This is going to be dope. And I know a lot of people is, maybe for their own mental reasons saying, oh, Hammer just going to beat the shit out of Claressa. Or Claressa going to beat the shit out of Hammer. Listen, it sounds good. I get it. It sounds good. Convinces yourself, and you hope that the support will convince your fighter, Christina Hammer, that, yes, we all believe you're going to beat the shit out of her, so go beat the shit out of her. It's not going to be that easy, man. It's not. And this is what's going to tell the fight. If Christina can keep Claressa at bay with that hammer, not the hammer, but with that jab, and control the pace and the distance, and punish Claressa as she comes in, It'll be an easy night for Hammer. But if Clarissa can get past that jab, because as much as Clarissa has talked about that jab, I have no doubt in my mind that she is working on it. And not only is she working on it, I believe she is sparring men. She don't need to be sparring women. She needs to be sparring men. 5'11", 6 foot tall, 5'10", 6'1", men. And not just men, but men with a good, hard, stiff jab. If Clarissa can get past that jab and make it some inside work, that'd be a lovely night for Clarissa. A lovely night. And it's for, guys, it's for fucking undisputed. Undisputed. And again, I said in videos before, I did a quick 3-minute video today. I am pulling for Clarissa, personally. But I do feel she is being rushed very fast to the top. Can she handle it? Possibly. But sometimes if you get rushed faster than your skills can develop, it can be a little bit bumpier road to the top than if you had time to actually adjust. Let's go back to it. We back at it. Like a crack at it. Giving you boxing geekers this work. Nathan says, after this fight, if Joshua wins, I don't think there is anyone left worthy fighter besides Wilder or Fury. Oh, we can touch on that too. Hammer has one hell of a jab. I agree. Damn, I can't make the rest of it out. Hold on. One hell of a jab, but Shields has great combinations. I agree. Punching is going to be close to me, in my opinion, because they're both are fighters and champions. Yes. Sorry I butchered it. See, that's why I was hoping that if I could have got this other laptop working, not laptop, but phone, I could see the chat normal. But since I'm using this horrible, app where the font is white and the background is white, then I'm literally taking the phone like you do a mirror, moving it up and down, trying to see shit. That's how I do it. But listen, man, it's a 50-50 fight. I'm telling you right now. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm not dumb. I recognize skills. I recognize ability. I recognize experience. I recognize that. And it's going to be a tough fight, man. I'm telling you right now. Christina Hammer is going to get hit. And a lot. She's going to get frustrated. She's going to back up at times. Clarissa Shield is going to get hit. No matter how much she prepared for that jab, it is going to land. Maybe not as often, but it is. Clarissa Shield does not move her head much. She doesn't. And she should. And I hope that she does. Because if she comes out moving her head, slipping the jab, and giving that work to Christina Hammer, shit. I'm telling you. You know what it is. But, Nathan said, after Joshua beat Miller, there's nowhere to go. All right? Well, I think you came back with something. Let's see. Agreed, they are rushing her, but she has done well against top contenders. This for it may be worth it. I mean, listen, man. If it all pans out, it's wonderful. Listen, it's just like Lomachenko. Lomachenko got a handful of fights and already got multiple division titles. If it works out, it's fucking great. If it works out, it's shit that they can use to justify to put you in the Hall of Fame. You know, yes. It just means your road is tough. But I think Christina is definitely her toughest competition. 24 wins, 11 to 12 knockouts. I mean, I'm just saying, me personally, I think if the fight would have happened like a year from now, I would clearly favor Clarissa to win. I don't think I'd be saying 50-50. I would be saying I got Clarissa winning 60-40. Because she would have time. See, when you fight in the amateurs, you're going 3 rounds. And I think females are 2 minutes. 2 minutes for 3 rounds. Go out there, throw punches, land the most punches, and you win. If the judges score it right. But when you're in the pros, you have to learn to pace yourself more. You have to learn that, okay, it's not 3 rounds no more. It's 10 rounds. Now, for men, we already know championship fights, 12 rounds, 3 minutes a round. Females, I believe it's still 2 minutes a round for 10 rounds. Which means they could go out there and let their hands go a little bit more because they only got 2 minutes. But she got 2 Olympic golds. She's 8-0 as a professional. And the one thing that Clarissa has is that dog in her. And that dog in her is what could see her through the fight. Because Christina could be up. And Clarissa got that mentality that if you get me with a good shot or if you knock me down, I think she gets a little bit embarrassed by it. And she wants to go out there and like, fuck that shit. Because in the interview, she said that even after the fight of her getting dropped and she came back and won, she still wanted to fight more. The simple fact that she got dropped and she didn't like that shit. It might be a point in this fight where Clarissa has to make this a dog fight. But let's touch on Joshua Wilder. Unfortunately, guys, I don't think the fight's going to be next. I really hate that it's not. But it should be. It should be. To be honest, I'm tired of people just fighting other people. They should, I want to see it. Because if Joshua lose, or if Deontay Wilder lose, or even if Tyson Fury lose, then their matchup against another champion, it just won't have the same buzz. It don't give you that same feel, you know? It's not the same. But if Joshua beats Miller, and if Deontay Wilder beats Dominic Breazeale, to me, I'm gonna tell you why this is perfect. The reason why it is perfect to do the undisputed match next, because Deontay Wilder could win in great fashion. He can be back on his knockout spree. He just knocked out fucking Breazeale on Showtime, which he gets a lot more people seeing him than if he was on the zone. See, if Deontay Wilder would have went to the zone, he just put a cap on how fast he can grow. Because he's going to be on an app that doesn't have many subscribers. But by being on Showtime, he has the opportunity to get new subscribers and new viewers to just watch him on Showtime. But if he goes out there and does exactly what I think he's going to do, like the cereal, snap, crackle, and pop the shit out of Dominic Breazeale, leave him laid out, and stretch that S-curl out to a perm. And if Joshua goes out there and beats Big Baby Miller, think about this, guys. If Joshua goes out there and beats Big Baby Miller in fucking New York, you telling me a Wilder versus Joshua fight won't be at its all-time high? You telling me Joshua just made a fucking statement in the United States by beating Miller. And Deontay Wilder just slapped the gravy taste out of Brazil. And they both coming off of big ass fucking wins. And if I'm just saying this, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but what if Joshua knocks out Miller? What if Wilder knocks out Brazil? Anywhere they go from there without fighting each other, it's just not gonna have the same feel. I mean, unless Joshua fights Fury or Deontay Wilder fights Fury. They're still talking about Klitschko might come back. But I don't think Klitschko, outside of money, it doesn't do anything for neither one of these guys' career. He's 0-2 in the last 4 years, and he haven't fought in 2 years. The only thing Klitschko brings is maybe a little bit of money. He does absolutely nothing for Joshua's career in a rematch, Wilder's career for a first-time fight, or even a rematch with Tyson Fury. Matter of fact, nobody wants to see a rematch with Tyson Fury because that first one was so goddamn boring. You think Klitschko learned something 4 years later? Fuck no. Let's go to the chat. How do you think Shields or Hammer would match up against a prime Ali, late Ali? I don't know, man. I mean, it's really hard because then you're doing a little fantasy matchup. I think Ali and Wolf would have been the best, more realistic matchup that never happened. I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, Layla Ali was a damn good fighter, you know. It would have been a good matchup. I don't know. To be honest, I can't really just call it. I haven't seen Layla Ali fights in a long time. I used to watch him when she was currently fighting, but just trying to go off memory, I just remember that she was pretty good. I still think she could have been better at. She wasn't nearly as slick with her head movement or her footwork as her dad, but she had a champion mentality. I don't think she never lost. Ann Wolf, we already know what Ann Wolf brought to the table. She was a dog. That would have been a fight. That should have been a fight. But how does... I don't know. But some reason, I kind of think... I think Layla Ali beats Hammer, though. You know? I'm not sure about Clarissa. You know what? I don't know, man. Right now... I'm just going off the top of my head. Maybe go with Layla Ali, man. Because of her experience. I think Clarissa can make it a dogfight. But Layla might pull off a decision by experience. But, again, that's a fantasy matchup. Something we'll never find out. But we are going to see Hammer versus Shields. The Hammer will crack or the Shield will break. That is for facts. Says they may be prolonging the fight to mimic Floyd and Pacquiao. Bro, that's stupid, though. That's stupid. If Joshua and Wilder are prolonging the fight to do a Floyd or Pacquiao, see, it's different, man. Here's the difference. Floyd Mayweather was just on another fucking level with his boxing ability. And the fight got prolonged not just because they wanted to, but because Manny Pacquiao has setbacks. Manny Pacquiao lost to controversial to Tim Bradley, and he also lost by knockout to Juan Minion Marquez. Both of those fights led or helped contribute to pushing the fight off. Because Floyd couldn't fight him after a loss. Pacquiao had to reprove himself again. But remember, those are different fighters. They hated Floyd so much, and they believed that Pacquiao was the man to beat Floyd. That to them, that was their only shot. That was their only shot. And when it happened, they failed. Now, Floyd has unmatched skills. Deontay Wilder doesn't have the skills, but he has unmatched power. And if Deontay Wilder loses, I bet you any kind of money that it's not going to... See, when Pacquiao lost, they loved him so much, and they hated Floyd so much that they kept giving him chances. They don't love Deontay Wilder like that. If Wilder lose, they cannot wait to fucking criticize him, destroy his record, destroy him as a fighter. You know why they can't wait to do it? Because they're already doing it. They already don't have shit good to say about Wilder. If he fuck around and lose to a Brazil, even a rematch with Fury, anybody, they're going to shit on him. Don't even take the goddamn chance. Just like with Joshua. If Joshua lose, if Joshua lose, he won't get nearly the shit that Wilder's going to get. If Joshua lose, they're going to still... Think about this. If Joshua lose before fighting Deontay Wilder, even in his loss, they are going to put Deontay Wilder down. Well, his record's still better than Wilder's. What the fuck that mean? He just fucking lost. He just lost to Miller. It doesn't matter. I mean, who was Wilder's fault? Because they hate him that much. And the fight won't be as big. And it's not the same as Floyd versus Pacquiao because it won't do the same numbers. You know? He said, "You're right, Pacquiao lost and got set back." See, a lot of people forget about that. They did not just push Floyd and Pacquiao 5 or 6 years just to do it. Now sometimes it was some bullshit. But then right when you thought it would happen, he lose to fucking Tim Bradley. Right when you think it's gonna happen, he get knocked out cold against Juan Manuel Marquez. So he had to redeem himself. If Floyd would have fought Pacquiao coming off either one of them losses, it wouldn't have sold like that. And Joshua Wilder has already been put out 2 or 3 years. And these guys, you know, Wilder is 35? I'm not sure how old Joshua is. They can't keep putting this shit off. They have to fight, man. They have to fight. And if it's not... Now, see, Wilder has a two-way go. Again, that's why I say Wilder's in the best position. But I'm telling you this right now. Joshua is also playing the field as well. There's a reason we haven't heard that Joshua has re-signed with Matchroom and DAZN. There's a reason. I believe Joshua is doing what Dylan White was doing or Tyson Fury. He is exploring his options. Because Wilder is in the best position. Because if Fury wants to fight him next, after fighting Tom Shirts and Shorts, he can. He can go to ESPN or do some kind of collab between Showtime and ESPN for pay-per-view. If he wants to fight Joshua after Joshua beats Miller, he can. On either Showtime or he can go to DAZN. He can go either way. Tyson Fury cannot. Which means he is pretty much, he can't go off of ESPN unless it's something crazy. Josh was trying to get himself in position to have a two-way go. Will it happen? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the zone gonna throw some stupid money at him. I mean, stupid money. Like, listen, we don't care if you ever fight Wilder or fucking Fury. Please don't leave us. $200 million right here. And Joshua might take it. And think about this. If Joshua re-signs with the zone without having Fury or Wilder in contract, are they going to give Joshua nearly the shit that they gave Wilder for not signing with the zone? Remember, Wilder didn't sign with the zone. Stay where the fuck he was at. And people said that, oh, you're not signing with the zone, which means you don't want to fight Joshua. If Joshua signed with the zone, re-signs with them, and Wilder's not in contract, or Fury's not in contract, are we going to see the same videos by them same people that saying Joshua's ducking? Probably not. But guys, this your boy T-Dub Blazing the Sports. I want to touch on this a little bit. Out of my car, I have a sweater on, and it's hot as shit in St. Louis. I am sweating, guys, shit. But do me a favor, guys. Please smash a like, share, tell a friend, to subscribe to What's Blazing the Sports. Let's take this channel to 5,000 and beyond. I appreciate your support. Hope you appreciate what I have to say. This is your boy T-Dub. Here is What's Blazing the Sports.